Ladies and gentlemen, the Oak Ridge High School Wildcat Marching Band is proud to present the first selection of Jazz Journey 1941. The Wild Band hopes to transport the audience to a time of historic significance for this community via the music of that great era.
Okay, why don't you let us
Their first production features the music of one of America's greatest composers, jazz legend Duke Ellington.
call us and we'll send it.
Please welcome drum majors Sierra Eubanks and Amira McCall
Thank you,
as
Mike.
they lead the Wildcat Marching Band in Duke Ellington's classic composition, Caravan.
The Oak Ridge High School Wild Band is down on the field at Blankenship Field on the turf, the second year of the turf. One thing that I've noticed here, James, is we're at halftime of this one. We're about to have the Fox Insurance Group of Oak Ridge halftime show here. Is the fence that is being, it's not completed, it's not 100%, but it's about, I would say, 75% done. It's an iron fence with some really nice brickwork along the side. It really looks classy.
Yeah, David, when they said that they were putting up a fence around the stadium, I was kind of a little bit questioning it. And for the Wildcat fans that are listening, have been longtime listeners and followed the Wildcats, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Webb, how Webb has their fence lined up very similar and almost with the little brick columns, I don't know, every 10 yards or so.
The Oak Ridge Band is performing. It is really a pleasant night here, and we're knock on wood here. We've gotten through the first half here with some clouds, but nothing else, and no rain, no rain at all. We have had a little humidity here, but what we need is some offense. If you're an Oak Ridge Wildcat fan, we got to find some offense. You and I were talking during the break here. They've got to figure a way to get outside. Kendall's not getting anything. The offensive line is not giving him much at all room to run, and I think honestly with Kendall's speed they can get to the outside. There's nothing working up the middle.
Yeah, David, I think some type of misdirection would be very helpful for the Wildcats. They ran a lot of motion last week with Jaden Williams and Jalen Hayward, both through the line, behind the line of scrimmage and behind the quarterback, so that would be very helpful just to draw attention or draw eyes somewhere else. Maybe getting Kendall out on some type of screen pass to kind of invite the defensive line upfield to maybe make them a little less aggressive, because their defensive line for Kingsport is very aggressive.
Yeah, James, while I have a moment here, our thoughts and prayers go out to Mark Haste and his family. He lost his dad this past week, and Mark, of course, has been doing my stats, honestly, since the 80s. He's been doing it a long, long time, and he is unable to be with us. He and his wife, Shauna, do our stats, and they're not with us tonight, but our thoughts and prayers go out to them. It's a tough time for them. I know Oak Ridge football is important to them, but family time much more important.
Yeah, David, and we miss Mark and Shauna, and I actually kind of asked you, I said, I haven't seen Mark and Shauna, and you're like, and you told me, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. So honestly, we give all of our thoughts and prayers out to them. They're very special people, and we appreciate their help, and they've been very committed to us.
7-3 is our score here at Blankenship Field. A short presentation by the Oak Ridge Wild Band. We're going to take a break again and send it back to our engineer back at the station, and that happens to be Brian Bennett. We also have camera personnel, Christian Rosas Rodriguez, along with Matthew Charles, Blake Wexler, and Lee Wexler. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Rapid City, Oak Ridge Utility District, Oak Valley Baptist Church, Ridge Church, Wendy Orange, a realty executive, and Whitehall Federal Credit Union.
No, we're gonna until it just pours, we'll be okay. Look at that. We're gonna put these tarp out. Hey, we're good.
Yeah, tarp.
Yep.
Oh. That's a brand new one.
It is.
What are we gonna lean it against?
We're just gonna put it up here. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about protective stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's something.
Hey, it works. What do you think? It looks like it's kind of breaking up and going south.
If you get one more in the middle, hold on. Okay, slowly to move, real slow. Okay. You got it?
Yeah.
I think so. Alright. Well, there may be, I don't think it goes back that far, does it?
Yeah, it's not that bad, actually.
So,
Is he ready?
no. He said that they would bring this.
Get that, yeah.
Eligible servant, people will feel good about the work you have done. They welcome new patients and invite you to...
Thanks a lot. We are back here at Blankenship Field. 7-3 is our score. Light rain falling here at Blankenship Field, but nothing really bad. We're not on YouTube this week. We hope to be starting our live streams again next week, perhaps even here from Blankenship Field. And could be a pay-per-view issue. The school system, thinking that they need to have, gate money, and they don't want to miss much gate money, but we might have to do it that way. We'll have to see. We'll let you all know. While I have the opportunity, I want to thank the Fox Insurance Group of Oak Ridge, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, Sexton Automotive Group, the Oak Ridge Utility District, the Oak Ridge Pharmacy, Gallo Loco Mexican Restaurant. They provided 100 tickets today for the students. We'd like to thank them. Dr. Stanley Sisk, DDS, Nathan Miser of Shelter Insurance, longtime sponsor. One of our new sponsors, Betsy Coleman Realty. We appreciate her. Ortho Tennessee Mortgage Investors Group, Tracy Larrabee CPA, MacArthur Animal Hospital, Cook's Comfort Systems, OBGYN Associates of Oak Ridge, the Jackson Square Barbershop. That's where I get my hair cut. Incidentally, James Branson. We also have Service Pro Lube Center, Johnny Burgess, what a linebacker he was, DDS, along with Donnie Sharp, East Tennessee, what a pitcher he was, East Tennessee Spine and Sport, Jimmy Norman, what a fine player he was on the 79 Wildcat team, he's an attorney at law, and of course Dr. Bill Linehan, he's a dentist as well. Halftime score, James, the Wildcats are on top 7-3. Here in a moment, we're going to go back to Mike Sheehan. He's going to run down some stats. I want to get some more breaks in here. We didn't get a whole lot of breaks in because we had very little scoring. 7-3 is our score. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge trailing Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett here at Blankenship Field. And we'll be back on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15 following this 3-minute timeout.
This time we'd like to remind all fans that you're supposed to wear your facial coverings at all times while on site, except children under age 2. And all fans are encouraged to maintain a social distance of 6 feet.
Hey, thanks for calling my name. I appreciate that, brother. All right, man. Anything I can do to help the Wildcats, you know me. Man, it's a cat fight, ain't it, dog? Huh? That defense is holding, man. Oh my gosh. That should be 21-0 right now.
Oak Ridge Wildcats football would like to recognize the following 2020 Business Cardinal and Gray boosters. Thank you for supporting the 2020 Oak Ridge High School football program. East Tennessee Spine and Sports, Jefferson Soda Fountain, Oak Ridge Pharmacy, Oak Ridge Utility District, The Preserve at Oak Ridge, Will Thompson Area Insurance, WIT Services,
Man, who's littering on my... I just picked all this up, man.
Corn and Pace Corn, the Liner family,
Opening it all the way down.
Patricia Ortiz,
Get all the crap.
Bill and Stephanie Thompson,
That's coming up in.
Dan and Scott West, and John Wood.
Trash goes with you on the way out.
We'd like to remind you that next week,
Nah, what a killer view.
different Wildcat sports
Now, there was a tree right here. It was on this side. I got into.
Freshman football is Monday at 6 is a home game against Alcoa. Also on the 31st, between 5 and 6, volleyball, Hardin Valley Academy in Nicolay. 9-1 Tuesday, 4 o'clock, golf is at Anderson County at their home. On Tuesday, between 5 and 6, volleyball against Dobyns is at home. 9-2, which is Wednesday, cross country, 2 miles time trial is in Knoxville. On the 3rd, Thursday, girls soccer is the Beard tournament in Italy. Also on the 3rd, Thursday, at 4:15, the golf team takes on Carnes and Gibbs at home. On the 3rd, Thursday, between 5 and 6, volleyball against Hall, that's away. And on the 4th, Friday, 7:30, Oak Ridge hosts Campbell County right here at Blankenship Field. Game time 7:30.
David Clary back here along with James Branson, along with a host of others here on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. I believe we're going to go up to, in a moment, to get the stats here with Mike Sheehan. I believe he's got some first half statistics in a moment. If not, we'll just talk about the first half. Like I said, we're a little discombobulated. Our normal stat crew, Mark and Shauna Hayes, not with us here today, so we've trying to get the stats the best we can. Mike Sheehan, Alex Myers are going to try to get those for us maybe by the end of the game. James, the Wildcats couldn't generate any offense in the first half.
As the offense wasn't able to move very far. I think some of their best plays, obviously the Mitchell Gibbons run, which got it down inside the 10-yard line. A false start penalty got them a little bit closer inside the 10. Wildcats on that drive had a really nice pass from Mitchell to Jonathan Stewart on a little corner route there. Just not able to come up with it, which would have tied the game. I think one of the things that you take out of tonight so far is Coach Miner and his defense are playing lights out. Other than the first drive, they've been able to come up with stops, not just get stops, but get stops in their own red zone effectively. They got one very early or late in the first quarter down toward the Jackson Square side of the end zone, and then they came up with another one late in the second quarter as there was a stop in the north end zone about inside the 20, as I believe it was Jalen Hayward that picked off a pass. So he is playing really well for the Wildcats. The special teams has been really effective for the Wildcats. On the first, he had pop-up kick go down to about the 15-yard line. Wildcats covered it. There was a guy was trying to fumble around to find it, and Wildcats were able to put DB very back deep into their territory. And on the other pop-up kick, not as deep, but still able to cover and come up with a nice hit. So really good job, special teams, defensive-wise. Offensively, again, I think you got to come up with some type of misdirection, some type of rub routes maybe, where two receivers get really close and cause the defense to kind of second-guess what they're doing. Those would be really effective. Maybe they know we're going to try to go to Kendall, so try to fake a toss outside and roll Mitchell the opposite way. Anything like that to get the defensive eyes going somewhere else would really help Oak Ridge, because the defensive line for Dobyns-Bennett has been very aggressive, as Wildcat defensive line has stepped up their game after that first initial drive. So we will be back. The Wildcats are coming down the steps right now for the second half warm-ups with about a minute and a half on the clock. So we'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the second half.
No, we're going to keep it up.
Okay.
weren't expecting on a Saturday. We were expecting to be playing last night. For whatever reason. And we haven't really mentioned. We've only done that a couple times in our history.
We receive the kickoff here as we're about to get underway. And Wildcats dropping to receive the kick. Looks like Jalen Hayward standing back at around the 4-yard line. Here's the kick. It's a end-over-end kick. Jalen's going to at the 3, to the 5, to the 10. And for some reason goes down at the 12-yard line. Jalen got the ball and just really hesitated a little bit instead of just taking it up the field. Tried to get behind his wall of blockers, but by the time he did that, Dobyns-Bennett was all over him.
Yeah, David, it seems like he was stuttering, and it seemed like that wall that you mentioned didn't really make a whole lot of progress in blocking that. So the Wildcats are set up at about the 13-yard line, so not very good field position to start offensively.
Looking down from the press box, the Wildcats moving from left to right. First down, 10 yards to go. The quarterback is Mitchell Gibbons. Jabarice Taylor is a slot to the left. The Wildcats have Kendall Jackson in the backfield. First down, 10 yards to go. Kendall gets the handoff. Kendall, a big hole. Kendall, a fine run, breaks tackles, moves the ball across the 25-yard line for a 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down.
Really nice job there by Kendall, but I think, again, one of the things that helped is Jabarice went in motion back behind Mitchell Gibbons at quarterback, so it drew a little bit of the eyes of the defense. So Kendall able to spin out of a couple tackles. He runs hard. You're going to have to hit him and hit him with multiple people, not just one guy.
First down, 10 yards to go for the Wildcats. The ball is resting at the 26-yard line of Oak Ridge. Mitchell Gibbons once again hands it off to Kendall. This time Kendall not much more on the left side than a yard. Not much more than that. It'll be for the Wildcats. Second down, and we'll call it no gain. Second down, 10 yards to go. 11-13 to play. Third quarter, 7-3.
Yeah, David, and with not getting much time by the pressure of the defensive line of Dobyns-Bennett, maybe your best play is to run it right here. And if you can keep Kendall getting 3 or 4 yards at a time, that would really help. Just not able to come up with that. And going to be 2nd and 10 with 10:50 left in the third quarter.
Ball is at the 26-yard line. The Wildcats have Jonathan Stewart split out to the left side. Wildcats have a slot to the right. He comes in motion and movement. Not exactly sure. Play clock did not tick down. It's going to be against Oak Ridge, I guess.
Dobyns-Bennett players are pointing toward us. But the officials seem very confused on where the call is going here, David.
I think they've been confused most of the night. The officiating at Hardin Valley was outstanding last week.
They just let the players play and let the players decide the game, not the referees.
They're getting a good look. We're getting a good look at them. A lot of people are headed to their cars. It'll be second down, 15 yards to go. The ball is at the 21-yard line. Mitchell Gibbons at quarterback has time, floats it down the way. Jonathan Stewart, he's under it. He can't make the catch, though. In and out of his fingertips. Got to make those catches. We've had enough trouble moving the ball. Jonathan's got to make that play.
Yeah, David, and it may not have looked like Jonathan was open, but that was a well-placed ball by Mitchell Gibbons, who just threw it to Jonathan's back shoulder toward the sideline. That way that the defender, I believe it was Trent Cody on that for the Dobyns-Bennett, couldn't get it, and Jonathan just not able to come up with the catch, and it would have been for a first down.
Third down, 15 yards to go. The ball at the 21-yard line, 10:21 to play. Wildcat offense just cannot get it going here after over 400 yards against a weaker team, obviously, in the Hardin Valley Hawks. The Wildcats have got to execute. Low snap. Mitchell back to pass. Fires a pass. Incomplete. They're going to call it incomplete. He got rocked. There was no place to go to. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, David, as a little bit of a play action there by Kendall Jackson to draw the attention. And Jabarice Taylor, one thing that he keeps doing every play on this series so far is he has gone in motion back behind. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they try to do a little screen pass or a swing pass or something like that to get Jabarice open at some point.
You got to get Mitchell's time. I mean, he didn't have any time there. Fourth down, 15 yards to go. 21-yard line of the Wildcats. The Wildcats in punt formation again. It'll be Preston to punt. High kick, not very long. Fair catch signal for and made at around the midfield stripe at the 48-yard line of the Wildcats. 10-10 to play. Once again, the Wildcat offense cannot get it going.
Yeah, David, and Preston does a really good job there of getting it nice and high to allow his coverage team to get down the field and either make a tackle or force a fair catch, which forced a fair catch there. Unfortunately, the Wildcat defense is going to have to step up again with starting on this side, the Wildcat side of the 50-yard line.
What happened last year, they just got worn down. That was the big difference in the ball game with a big physical offensive and defensive line. But you're right. Let's see what they can do here. We'll set the starters again defensively for the Wildcats. 1st and 10. Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett. The ball at the 48-yard line of Oak Ridge. 7-3 our score. Hand off to the back. Stutter steps forward. Broke a couple tackles. Moves the ball close to the 40. It's about an 8-yard gain. I think he was initially hit at the line, was able to break that first tackle and move the ball forward. It is a gain officially of 9. 2nd down and a yard to go.
Yeah, really nice job there by Tessner. Very similar run to Kendall Jackson. Our starting defensive line for the Wildcats is Trey Rowe, Jackson, or who is hurt right now, Jackson Adams, Isaiah Boone, J.K. Morgan, and we'll set the rest of those starters here in a moment.
2nd down, we'll call to go for a first. 9:35 to play, 3rd quarter. 7-3. High snap. Put it back to pass. Might run. Fires a pass across the way. Pass is going to be
caught at the 15-yard line for the Dobyns-Bennett Indians.
So once again, Wildcats didn't have great pressure on, but they were able to get the ball all the way down the field, and it's down all the way to the 13-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 10 yards to go. Defense has got to keep them to a field goal again because the Wildcat offense is really struggling.
Yeah, David, you'd like to see a lot of these linebackers, Brian Kelly, Jacob Irvin, and Jaden Elam, make a play here.
Up to the line will come Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Rain really coming down hard now. 9 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Whitson at quarterback. He has the snap, will run it himself, and he's hit at the line and goes no place. Good defense by Oak Ridge. Didn't fake anybody at all. Boy, it is raining hard now there, James Branson.
Yeah, it was a really nice play by Dobyns-Bennett, a play that we had seen before where they just fake a little toss out to the running back, Tessner, and the quarterback for Dobyns-Bennett just keeps it himself. Just the Wildcat defense closed in on very quickly.
The penalty against Dobyns-Bennett on that play is going to be a 5-yard step off against them. It'll bring up 1st down, 15 yards to go as they step the yardage off. 9 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. 7-3 is our score. James, check the radar and see how long this rain's going to go. Our poor camera guys got soaked last week, and they're just getting drenched right now. 7-3 is our score. Dobyns-Bennett comes to the line, which is the 13-yard line. Officially, 2nd and 10. They didn't take the penalty. Whitson wants to run. He's moving the ball up the field. Cuts inside. Moves the ball inside the 5. He's very close to a 1st down. Wildcats didn't really have anybody on him. He didn't see anybody come open. They signal it as a 1st down, that it is. As he moves the ball, it'll be 1st and goal. Dobyns-Bennett, the ball is right at the 3-yard line. 1st down, goal to go. 8 minutes, 23 seconds to play.
Yeah, David, as it will be 3rd and very, very short for the Wildcat defense, so hopefully they can come up with a stop here again and force maybe a field goal at best.
Here they come to the line once again. It is raining harder than it did last night, I believe. 1st down, goal to go. Ball's at the 3. Maybe they'll fumble it because of the wet conditions here. Quarterback hands it to the back. He moves the ball to the goal line. He's tackled shy of it. Didn't quite break the plane. He's right at the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, goal to go for Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett. The ball just shy of the goal line. 7 minutes. For whatever reason, the clock is stopped here. It shouldn't be. Now they roll it once again. The electric clock operator's been a little bit lax today, but that's okay. He's in a monsoon right now. 2nd down and goal to go at the 1. Quarterback hands it off to the back, into the end zone. Ball comes loose. They're going to call a touchdown. I think he hit the line of scrimmage. They say he broke the plane. The ball came squirting out. One official says touchdown. One official says that it's a fumble. I believe it's going to be a touchdown for Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett, and they lead it by a score of 13-3, and they'll go for the extra point. The ball came squirting through. He hit the line of scrimmage. The ball came busting out of there, and they'll go for the extra point here. The Indians lead it 13-3. Ball is down, lots of pressure, kick is blocked. Extra point is no good. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll send it back to the station. Our score 3 Dobyns-Bennett. Back in 60 seconds.
Under the table, maybe?
Yeah.
Here, I got this.
Well, no.
Honestly, put the stuff under the table.
Yeah, yeah. Especially our phones. We don't have a radio though.
What?
There it is. Your job is now to. Let's Welcome back once again to Blankenship Field. 13-3 is our score. The Wildcats about to receive the kick. It is pouring down rain. Ball's returned by Jalen Hayward. Moves the ball forward. Not a whole lot of yardage there. He's able to get free, and down the sideline he goes and spins and is belted at around the 27-yard line, and that is where Oak Ridge will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. 7:25 to play. We're in the third quarter. 13-3 is our score. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge and the Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett Indians. Well, they moved the ball game to Saturday. They didn't tell the weather people that it was going to rain harder.